think we've all met, but sometimes I go, "Hi, I'm Steve," and then we do the grade school thing. "Hi, Steve." So it makes me feel happy anyway. So. Here now, here now, here now, here now. Well, let my words be your words, and yours be mine, to celebrate our union in this special time. Oh, here now, savoring the feeling as we breathe into this space, in this perfect moment, in this perfect place. Here now, here now, world of grace, celebrate, blessed vow. Let's enjoy the miracle that brought us here somehow, dissolving any obstacles from being present here and now. Oh, here now. Brush away the things that stand between ourselves and love, connecting with the oneness within and up above. Oh, here and now, here now. Well, it's a world of grace. Let's celebrate. Step into the selflessness our hearts will allow, taking in the timelessness with just this simple vow. Oh, here now, here now. Love shines in your smile, in the eyes on your face, walking here in beauty, in our day-to-day with grace. Here now, here now, here now, here now. Good morning. Thanks. Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. And to you out there, good morning to you too. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Crispy winter. We welcome you and greet you in the warm and loving spirit of unity. and in recognition of our unity with all people and communities of faith throughout the world. In unity, we bless and embrace people of every race, culture, lifestyle, and creed. We honor and celebrate the many paths to God, the many names for God, and the many ways in which to experience God. We affirm there is only one presence and one power active in your life and mine, God the good, omnipotent. One of our dear spiritual family members passed away, and Beth is going to do a blessing for Mike Gow.
Thank you, Heather. Good morning. I have some words from Reverend Linda and then a poem, all in honor of Mike Gow, or as some of us knew him, Mike the Mechanic. Our friend and longtime member, Mike Gow, made his transition on December 26th. A memory circle in celebration of Mike's life will be held later in January. Reverend Linda will announce a date next week. Today, we see Mike in the fullness of life without end, and in the perfection that is, was, and always will be the truth of his divine nature. We bless Mike with these words from James Dillett Freeman, and the poem is called The Traveler. He has put on invisibility, dear Lord. I cannot see, but this I know, although the road ascends and passes from my sight, that there will be no night, that you will take him gently by the hand and lead him on along the road of life that never ends. And he will find it is not death, but dawn. I do not doubt that you are there as here, and you will hold him very dear. Our life did not begin with birth. It is not of the earth. And this that we call death, it is no more than the opening and closing of a door. And in your house, how many rooms must be beyond this one where we rest momently? Dear Lord, I thank you for the faith that frees, the love that knows it cannot lose its own, the love that looking through the shadows sees that you and he and I are ever one. Bless you, Michael.
Okay, the daily word for today. Guidance. Divine wisdom helps me discover my unique spiritual path. Tending to my spiritual life keeps me attentive to the whispers of my heart and in tune with my guidance. I am grateful for those moments. I can rely upon my spiritual intuition to discern my path forward. But sometimes my guidance feels far away and hard for me to access on my own. At those times, I may seek the assistance of my treasured friends and advisors. I may seek the wise counsel of my minister or a spiritual counselor who encourages me to discover the wisdom found in the depths of my own consciousness. She, he, or they pray with me, listen with empathy, and share my joy as my innate wisdom leads me along my unique spiritual path. I am grateful for those who walk the path alongside me. But the advocate, the Holy Spirit, whom the Father will send in my name, will teach you everything and remind you of all that I have sent to you. John 14:26. Guidance is our word. Thank you. Thank you and welcome to our guest speaker and friend, Dr. Mary Ellen Johnson. Since Mary Ellen was last with us, she celebrated a milestone birthday, retired from work, and once again walked the Camino. She is embracing her new experience of living in the way she greets everything with joy, a sense of adventure, and a dedicated heart. We are so grateful to have you here. And we welcome Steve Mason, our musician this morning. Thank you for always inspiring us with your presence and your music. And our faithful Sunday morning team, Jerry, Ellen, and Chris Nelson is out there being our greeter. We really appreciate having her. Our prayer ministers are active and want to support you in prayer. Send your requests to us at info@unitysv.org. Or place your request in the prayer box, which is over on the credenza here in the sanctuary. We pray with you for a month, and then your requests are sent to Silent Unity, where they are lovingly blessed in the Silent Unity prayer room for another month. Announcements today. Our board of directors has a meeting this Tuesday at 5:30. We are still collecting money for hats, gloves, socks. Give with a check or online. Next week is our burning bowl and white stone ceremony. We invite you to be here in person. However, if you wish to participate from home, you will need the following supplies: a deep container to burn in, a lit candle, a small piece of burnable paper, a letter-sized piece of paper, an envelope, a pen or a pencil, a waterproof marker, and a stone you have gathered. We look forward to sharing this meaningful service with you. I love that service. It is probably one of my very, very favorite services. Steve, would you like to share some music with us?
Sure.
Awesome. Your turn.
Thanks, Heather. I did a white stone ceremony with one of our cousin churches last weekend, and with Dr. Richard down in Linwood, and it was fun thinking about the word or the words that I was thinking of for the year. I like this time of year because I think it's a chance to regroup, refine, start over, all sorts of things. And if there's no time, what's starting over really mean? It's what we're focused on in this moment. So, spoiler alert, I chose uplift. I really focused on uplifting myself and the people around me, and I love that. It makes life feel really good when I'm able to feel like I'm on that path. So this song is about the beginning of the year. I don't know that I need to say anything else about it. I like this time of year, so it's called Renew. Here we go, another brand new year. We try to navigate a new world, try to set aside some fears as we search for hope all around, sending prayers up to the sky over every single town. Now we savor every cycle of the moon, just stirring up the tides on a stormy afternoon, where our beaches stay so strong Let's take in that view when night comes on. Then let's walk down by the beach and renew. Maybe catch an early star or the rising moon. And I think that's all we'll need to do. Walk so closely together, make one heart out of two. Let's walk down by the beach and renew. Renew. It'll just be me and you. Renew. And this day will do. This moment is a present. It'll only take a few. Let's walk down by the beach and renew. Maybe this here is the time of our lives. Oh, we can thrive or simply survive. Oh, but never throw it all away. Instead, let me hold you in my heart. Oh, my friends. Well, let's hold each other's hearts and renew. We can glow from our souls in whatever little room. I think that's all we'll need to do. Let's hold each other's hearts, make one out of two. Hold each other's hearts and renew. You can hang on to me, I'll hang on to you. Let's hold each other's hearts and renew. Thanks. Good morning.
Thank you, Steve. It is always a treat to hear you sing. And that song certainly it dovetails really nicely with my message today. And I must tell you that I absolutely love coming up here to be with y'all. It's a beautiful drive. I mean, did you stage the green fields and the snow geese and Mount Baker for me this morning? Lovely, lovely, lovely. So we're gonna have a time of meditation, and then Steve's gonna sing for us again, and then I have a message for you that I've entitled "Here We Go Again." So, for now, if you could just settle into your chair, put your feet on the floor. Let the chair do its job. Let the chair support you. If there's anything in your hands, set it aside for now. And take a nice, long, slow exhale. And in this beautiful light of January, let's consciously choose, right here and right now, to keep the high watch of oneness first and foremost in our minds and our hearts. This oneness is undeniably present throughout the realms of the formless as well as the realms of form. This creative force of the universe expresses as infinite good and eternal oneness. This is the most high and first cause of all expression. Oneness is the source of all, which by definition includes me. My life is completely one with all that is. There is only one story happening. I live and I move and I have my being in this oneness, knowing I am an individualization of this oneness, expressing through my spirit, my mind, and my body. I am aware of my immediate and total oneness with the one true light. I have faith and trust in this one true light as the source of my life. I am one with the infinite rhythm of life which flows through me in love, in harmony, in peace. It is ever-present truth, consistently expressing its ongoing love and grace. From this alignment with the Most High, from this place of the High Watch, I know there never is and never can be any opposition to my good. I live in a state of awareness of my life from this place of empowerment. The light I know illumines my ever-expanding peace, perfection, and beauty. I am continually guided to an ever greater expression of wisdom and love. I see and celebrate my radiant well-being. I see and celebrate my prosperity, my heart full of love, and I joyfully embrace my creative self-expression. I accept oneness as my prism and lens through which I see and experience all of life, both the inner and the outer. My consciousness is continually aware of the good expanding and multiplying through the cosmos, throughout all expressions of oneness. I am in deep, powerful gratitude for this perspective of the High Watch and appreciative for all its manifestations. I recognize and hold sacred this truth, and I am profoundly grateful for this and for all that flows from it. And so it is. And so as you gently, quietly bring your consciousness back to the room. Thank you.
They call this a mashup these days. I used to call it a medley, I guess, but I think it's the same, but I'm not sure. I was telling my kids for the longest time, my oldest kids are in their 30s, and my youngest is a preteen, so kind of interesting math there. But I've always said, hey, you can try again later, or you can try again tomorrow, and I like that message for all of us. So the next moment, the next chance to smile or share a message with people, whatever it is. So this is called Try Another Day. We've battled way too long, struggled through some nights, worrying about who's wrong, possessed with being right, dreaming we'd hang on to memories fading fast, gravity so strong keeps us in the past. Let's try another day, perhaps the morning light will wash these tears away and bring love back in sight. Let's dig out from this hole before they ever list our names. Amid the tragedy told, oh, let's try another day. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you, and I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you, and I love you. Though I know there's fear, I pray with heart in hand. The only thing that's clear, it's time we make this stand. Let's try another day with perhaps a little space where love can find its way and fill our hearts with grace, respecting each one's soul. We just might find a way before another hurt unfolds. Let's try another day. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you, and I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you, and I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you, and I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you, and I love you.
Thank you. Beautiful. All right. Here we go again. So just to let you know, when you're going to speak somewhere and they say, what's the title of your talk, you sort of come up with something in the moment, right? And that was my thought at the moment, and I realized, yeah, I still kind of feel that way. So, Happy New Year, right? The new year is always full of promise, new opportunities, uplift, as you were saying. But didn't we feel that way in January of 2020? And look at how that year turned out. And a year ago, January 2021, looked a whole lot brighter. I mean, we're all going to get our vaccines, and we had a new president, and life was going to be great. And look at how 2021 turned out. So forgive me if I have a little melancholy, a little cynicism even. Happy New Year? I don't know. So one of the great things about having been in Unity for 32 years now is that I have a whole toolkit of tools to use. And I have some favorite passages that always seem to straighten my head out when I need to get straightened out. So one of them is a letter that was written by a Franciscan monk in the year 1513, so more than 500 years ago. His name was Father Giovanni Giocondo. The world that he lived in Renaissance Italy, his contemporaries were Michelangelo, who was busily painting the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel. And up north in Milan, Leonardo da Vinci was putting the finishing touches on the Last Supper. Ponce de Leon had just planted the flag for Spain in Florida. And the French and the Italians were at war. And the Black Plague kept popping up and claiming lives. That pandemic still went on for centuries in different places. People were dying in gruesome ways. So at the end of the year, Giovanni Giocondo, yes, he was a Franciscan monk, but he was also an architect, an engineer, a theologian, and most clearly, a mystic. He wrote a letter to his friend and his benefactor, Countess Alagia Aldobrandeschi. Oh, I had to practice that. Countess Alagia Aldobrandeschi. She lived in Verona, which itself was in the midst of a pandemic of the Black Plague, and records say that 13,000 people in her city died that year. But he sat down and penned this letter of support to her to lift her from her melancholy. And so I'm going to read it through, and then we're going to walk back through it piece by piece together, all right? So here you go. I salute you. I am your friend, and my love for you goes deep. There is nothing I can give you which you do not have, but there is much, very much, that while I cannot give it, you can take. No heaven can come to us unless our hearts find rest in it today. Take heaven. No peace lies in the future which is not hidden in this present little instant. Take peace. The gloom of the world is but a shadow. Behind it, yet within our reach, is joy. There is radiance and glory in the darkness, could we but see. And to see, we have only to look. I beseech you to look. Life is so generous a giver, but we, judging its gifts by their covering, cast them away as ugly or heavy or hard. Remove the covering and you will find beneath it a living splendor, woven of love by wisdom with power. Welcome it, grasp it, and you touch the angel's hand that brings it to you. Everything we call a trial or a duty, believe me, that angel's hand is there. The gift is there, and the wonder of an overshadowing presence. Your joys, too, be not content with them as joys. They, too, conceal divine gifts. Life is so full of meaning and purpose, so full of beauty beneath its covering, that you will find that earth but cloaks your heaven. Courage, then, to claim it. That is all. But courage you have, and the knowledge that we are pilgrims together, wending through unknown country toward home. And so at this time I greet you, not quite as the world sends greetings, but with profound esteem, and with the prayer that for you, now and forever, the day breaks and the shadows flee away. That's a letter, right? I feel better already. And I want to walk through it with you, and we're going to pull some more things out of it. The very first thing to notice is that he sat down and he wrote a letter, right? He was a busy guy. I'm sure he had some architectural plans that were due, and he had a project he had to oversee. And, you know, it was December, and he's a monk, and so there's all things going on at the church. But he sat down and he wrote a letter. Lesson number 1, never squelch a benevolent, generous impulse. His letter survives today to bless us because he sat down and wrote it. I salute you. I am your friend, and my love for you goes deep. What a beautiful thing to say to someone. There is nothing I can give you which you do not have. Of course not. She's a countess. She's royalty. But there is much, very much, that while I cannot give it, you can take. It's kind of like, you can't lead a horse to water. I mean, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink, right? There's much that while I can't give it, you can take. Because no heaven can come to us unless our hearts find rest in it today. Take heaven. I think that circles back to, in the meditation, we talked about holding the high watch of oneness, of always trying to see life from that higher plane and understanding that, yes, the oneness is the foundation that we live and move and have our being in. No peace lies in the future which is not hidden in this present little instant. Take peace. Now, Eckhart Tolle told us about the power of now, right? It's so easy to get wrapped around our axle about the future. It's so easy to dredge up stuff from the past that weighs us down. But no peace lies in the future which is not hidden in this present little instant. Take peace. Be here now. The gloom of the world is but a shadow. Behind it, yet within our reach, is joy. There is radiance and glory in the darkness, could we but see, and to see we have only to look. I have committed those words to memory. They're powerful. The gloom of the world is but a shadow. Yeah, here we go again with another round and another variant and another round of friends canceling out on social engagements and just the whole accommodation we need to make, right? The gloom of the world is but a shadow. There is still joy here. We just need to look for it. Radiance and glory in the darkness could we but see, and to see we have only to look. I beseech you to look. Life is so generous a giver, but we, judging its gifts by their covering, cast them away as ugly or heavy or hard. Remove the covering, and you will find beneath it a living splendor, woven of love by wisdom with power. Welcome it, grasp it, and you touch the angel's hand that brings it to you. This to me brings up the whole idea of divine order. We don't always know the end result of whatever challenges we might be having right now. We just don't. Our job is just to show up and to say, this is interesting. What's going on here? Is there a lesson for me to learn? Is there something I should be doing differently? But never, ever challenge the fact that your life is not divinely guided, because it is. Once you surrender to that reality, to knowing that everything is going to work together for your good eventually, even if it's pretty awful in the middle of the story. You will find beneath it a living splendor woven of love by wisdom with power. Those are amazing words. So just know that when you get in the groove with divine order, love and wisdom and power are working in your favor. Grasp it and you touch the angel's hand that brings it to you. That sometimes you can see beyond the veil, and you know that they're looking after you. Everything we call a trial, a sorrow, or a duty, believe me, that angel's hand is there. The gift is there, and the wonder of an overshadowing presence. Your joys, too, be not content with them as joys. They, too, conceal divine gifts. Let's not sleepwalk our way through life, right? Even the statement of, oh, here we go again, is sort of wrong-headed, because we never step into the same river twice, right? Everything is new. I am new, the situation is new, the day is new. So be not content even with just your joys. There's more there. There's something deeper there. Divine gifts are always there. Life is so full of meaning and purpose, so full of beauty beneath its covering, that you will find that earth but cloaks your heaven. Courage then to claim it, that is all. And I think courage is probably the most important thing you can have. It's the capstone. It's the foundation. It takes courage. It takes courage to decide that life is good, and that my life is good, and that no matter what comes my way and no matter how hard it is, I know that I am held, that I am supported, that I am divinely guided, that radiant well-being is my birthright. You have to have courage to claim all of that. And once you do, life gets a whole lot easier. It ceases to be a white-knuckle endeavor. The courage you have and the knowledge that we are pilgrims together. Here's a simple monk affirming his affinity with the Countess. We are pilgrims together. We are both on this journey together. And we are winding through unknown country toward home. And he closes by saying, and so at this time I greet you, not quite as the world sends greetings, but with profound esteem, and with the prayer that for you, now and forever, the day breaks and the shadows flee away. And with that, I will wish you a very happy new year.
Sorry. So beautiful and so needed. I'm missing a page of our script. I'd like to thank everybody for their donations and their contributions to Unity. Thank you so much, Mary Ellen. If you're here in the church, there's a bowl over by the door where you can put your tithe, and you can also mail us or drop it in the door or go online to unitysv.org and click the donate button. Your contributions to us keep us going, and it's been incredible in this past couple of years how you have kept us and supported us and allowed Unity to continue. I'd like us all to bless our tithe today, but of course I forgot it. I know it. Divine love blesses us. I'm sorry. I went blank. Divine love blesses us. Divine love through me. Boy, oh boy, I'm embarrassed. Divine love through me blesses me and multiplies all that I give, all that I have, and all that I receive. Let's go ahead and do that again. We'll try again, Heather. Okay. Divine love through me blesses me. All that I give, and all that I'm so sorry. You guys did it. Okay. And let's close the service with our prayer for protection. That I know. And I know the other one too. It just went away. And I think this one just went away. That's what happens when I'm embarrassed, you know. Everything just goes away. Okay. The power of love. The light of God surrounds me. The love of God enfolds me. The power of God protects me. The presence of God watches over me. Wherever I am, God is, and all is well. Thank you so much. Thank you for allowing me to be your platform person today. And thank you again, Mary Ellen. We really, really appreciate you coming here. And what a beautiful day to drive. Okay, thank you, everybody. Steve, would you like to finish us off? Not exactly. Yeah, right. Take us home.
Reverend Linda gave me a request. I don't get a lot of requests at church. It's not like playing at a winery or a bar, you know. So, but when Reverend Linda asked me to play a song, I will. So, and more than happy to. Well, thank you for your love and more. Gifts untold, and shelter from the cold. When I'm feeling sad or lonely, you let me know I'm not the only one who's ever been here. Thank you for your gifts and more. That's what I thank you for. Well, through all my noise, you've given me the choice. And though I complain, sometimes about the cold rain, you pick me up so I can listen for a while to just the things that I've been missing in my life. Thank you for your gifts and more. That's what I thank you for. Thank you for. Thank you for. Thank you for. As I explore each new corridor, well, I've been rich and poor, stumbled through my share of doors. When I'm feeling sad or lonely, you remind me of all the folks who've loved me in my life. Thank you for your gifts and more. That's what I thank you for. Oh, thank you for. Thank you for. Thank you for your gifts and more. That's what I thank you for. Bless you. Thank you all. Thanks, Mary Ellen.